Just a quick shout out to all my followers on Twitter for helping me getting to 100 followers. You're the best. Also, don't mind the video in the background. I was struggling with the recording. I don't know why it's been like that. Anyway, without further ado, let's get right into the video. Salam alaikum and hello everyone. This is N606. I'm also known as Roxas. So yeah, it's been a while since I made any actual good videos in a while. And this video might not be the best, but I will try my best regardless. However, I wanted to make sure this video is easy to understand, and this is just from an artist point of view. I don't want you to take this the wrong way, knowing nowadays many people will get upset on the smallest things possible. And I'm sorry if I struggle to say anything. Anyway, this video about the update about how do I feel about AI art and how do I view them. But this time it's more about the future of it and if it's gonna be like more available in the future, or is it gonna be banned, or what's gonna happen. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so in this chapter, it's just a small disclaimer. What I say at this chapter is just from my memories, and I'm very sorry if I got any of it wrong. So I believe from September or October of 2022, the whole AI thing started to blow up, especially about that one image that won the contest and from that point, everyone and their mother got so upset about it because they felt like it's cheating in a way. And of course, a lot of artists talked about how do they feel about it, how AI can even do such a thing, and does that even count as a like an art tool. However, moving forward, there's also a lot of backlash and a lot of mess going on. There is unfortunately a very well-known artist in the art community. I unfortunately forgot his name, but he is well known by his art technique, with his style, with everything, and he just died from a heart attack, which is a very sad situation. And the boldness of this AI bro took all of his heart and put it in the AI generator and trained the AI to do exactly his style. A lot of artists got so mad about it, which is a very, very sad thing about it. And at first, a very, very early day of the AI, people were just messing around with the AI, like it just for messing around for giggles and whatnot. Unfortunately, because it's been improving over time, people are been using the AI in a more demanding way. Like they are stealing art from others and put the art into the AI. Not only that, but also they demand the credits for the art. Like, I'm sorry bro, but you did not make this. You just gave the image to an AI and just ruin it. I'm sorry to say this, but what you have made does not count for credit. It's just a mishmash of images, and it's kind of like that one image that people used to do in the past. I was trying to refer to the old days where people used Photoshop and made very bad Photoshopped images. So yeah, the whole thing continue to grow more and more and more until we get to the next chapter, which is about the lawsuits. And I think I have more context about it, so let's jump right into it. So it all started with a TikTok explaining the first lawsuit AI generator got. Believe it or not, it's from PETA. You know, the animal thingy. B-E-T-A. Sorry, P-E-T-A. PETA. Yes, the flippin' PETA. You know, the company that hates who kills puppies and whatnot. Anyway, so it turns out that there is a Big Mac called Naruto, I hope I said that correctly, who stole a camera from a photographer and take a picture of himself. His image was part of the collection of the AI generator database, and Beta sued the AI generator, you know, the company who have the everything. So basically, they sue them, and surprisingly, they won. They won the law. How? I don't know, but somehow they won. Between all the things that Beta have made, this is like the good thing they ever did to the country. I mean, to the whole universe. But not long after, a lot of comic book companies started to sue the AI generator website as well, which is also surprising because I unfortunately do not have enough context about it, but from what I know from Clownfish TV channel is that they found out that a lot of their IPs and their own work is in the AI database, and of course they decide to sue them. And not long after, there will be more companies who probably will sue AI generator websites in the future. Unfortunately, AI pros did not take any of that very kindly, and now they are blaming us, the artists, and says that we are shutting them up. And of course that none of that are true, even though I try so hard to at least to be more understanding to the AI pros and try to have an actual conversation. None of them were taking it. They are like, no, you're just shutting us up. And some of them are even cursing me out, and I'm sitting here be like, okay then, stay mad, I guess. Anyway, yeah, a lot of AI pros did not take this very kindly and just being all mad and hibbity-hobbity all over the place. Even though the lawsuit caught up with the whole AI thing, but they are at least trying to make things right and fair. Speaking of fair, I also noticed some stuff going on. For example, remember the AI filter thing in TikTok that I told you about? It turns out that it's banned in Saudi Arabia. No, really, that filter is banned in Saudi Arabia. That filter and OpenAI, OpenSea, and Chat.jo. What I'm trying to say is that a lot of AI tools are literally banned in Saudi Arabia. I don't know why or how, but whatever the reason, they just ban it, which is at least a good sign for Saudi artists. But that makes me realize about a lot of things. When I was doing some research, it turns out that China also banning AI art, especially if the AI art itself does not have the logo on their art. Like if the image does not says made by AI so and so, it will be banned. That's somewhat progress, but still. But all this make me sit down and think about chapter 3. What are we gonna talk about right now? So this is just me trying to think of the possibility of the future and what might happen later on. There's gonna be some factors that might play a role of the development of the AI altogether, like AI and art altogether. But it might go up, might go down, might be all blend together, but it depends on these factors. So right now, I believe AI is doing some kind of it's playing a role in the whole unemployment and the copyright infringement and stuff like that. So I believe because many people are afraid that AI, like for real, taking their job, the other countries and government be like, you know what, let's just ban the AI altogether. Unless there is more regulations and more rules and more everything, as you know. But I believe this is also depending on the copyright, depending on the country. Like we all know how copyright is in China and how other copyright is in other countries. So for that, I believe when copyright and the fear of employment get hand in hand, it will be extremely, like, it's a high priority for some countries. In my opinion, I feel like since we are like hitting around 9 billion people, it will be extremely hard to just let these people just be unemployed and homeless and, you know, just leaving them on the street while AI take over. Because it's kind of like a nightmare dystopian than a reality, you know what I mean? Like, it's already hard enough for someone to get at least notice in social media, let alone find a job. I myself find it very difficult to find a job, even if it's something like work in retail or work in McDonald's. Even the most uninteresting jobs ever been in the history of humanity, still it is the most hardest thing possible. Like, it is became much painful to just sit there and do nothing. I believe that humanity is gonna fall apart if it did not find a lot of jobs for us. What I'm trying to say is that I believe humanity is struggling to deal with unemployment and homelessness at the moment, so they do not want something else to get in the way. Like, they do not want something to add into the stress of the whole unemployment, you know what I mean? And so I'm sorry, my brain is all a mess at the moment. But yeah, like I said, AI is literally banned in Saudi Arabia, and there's a high chance it will be banned in China as well, depending on the regulations. And for me, I don't really hate AI art, but I feel like it's been used or it's been built in the wrong way. Like, it's kind of like the idea in the paper is good, but the way they done it was very bad. I'm sorry, I don't know why I've been struggling with this word, but yeah, the execution that they did was so bad that it kind of destroyed the whole economy of art altogether. To me, I only do, like, how do I say this? Like, I only use that one specific app that have the AI filter, but I only use it for like cursed images thing, you know what I mean? But I might delete it sooner or later, depending on the situation. Also, it depends on how big on my phone is. Also, not to mention that I have realized there is also NFT bros who steal art from the AI pros and then sell these AI generated images on their NFT website. So it's kind of like a weird circle where NFT steal from AI artists, bros, and this AI bros steal from I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on with me. What I'm trying to say is NFT pros stealing from AI pros, and now AI pros want to protect their stolen AI images. So it's like a mess. It's a lot of mess that I had a hard time to explain, which is a big yikes even for me. Not to mention, there's a high chance that bigger companies who are gatekeeping with their copyrighted IPs, like Nintendo, Disney, who else that is a gatekeeper? But yeah, the biggest one is Disney and Nintendo. Sooner, probably YouTube will come into the picture. I feel like sooner or later, AI will have to face a lot of scrutiny because of everything's going on at the moment. What's the lesson of this story? Like the lesson of today's video is do not believe anyone who says this is the future when reality is much harsher than it should be, or it's too good to be true. Like, just because something is new, that does not mean there is no regulations, there is no it's gonna bite you in the tail later on. I think NFT should be like the biggest an example for all this. NFT was literally banned in a lot of places. Now AI art is being banned in so many places as well. There's a high chance that another thing will be banned in the near future if they did not follow the right, the law and whatnot. Just like now AI art that is straight up, I'm sorry, there is a word that explains it's like a straight copy, like a copy steal in a way, infringement. But yeah, it's something like that. I'm very sorry. I did have the script before, but I think I lost it, and yeah, that's why it's so bad today. I apologize for that. So yeah, the lesson of today is do not believe anyone who says it's the future when it's not, and there is a high chance the future will be a nightmare. Also, if I have to recommend any actual AI thing, it will be AI hashtag generator. You must be wondering what the heck is that? Well, AI hashtag generator is simply an AI that create a hashtag for you. Like, you know how you make hashtags and it turns out this hashtag is have billion research or billion search and whatnot, and you feel like whatever your art is gonna be dead in the sea and whatnot. So this AI gonna give you the best hashtags you can use for your art and whatnot. I will try to put the link of the AI down below. I believe that's all I have, and I promise I'll try to make a better video than this. So that's all for today, and I hope I see you guys next time. Ma salama, bye bye, and please be safe out there.